Hey everyone, welcome back to Bloom with Tea and Ty. I'm Ty, and today I have a wonderful yoga practice for us for this full moon in Cancer. So we're going to be doing a soul nurturing yoga flow. So all you'll need is your yoga mat. If you have blankets or block, be sure to grab those. And I'm also going to be using some crystals in this practice. So if you have selenite, great, grab that. Or you can just grab whatever crystal that you feel called to. We're going to be doing some heart openers and nurturing our soul. So if you can get rose quartz or moonstone, that's for Cancer, or whatever green crystal you have for the heart chakra. So slip into something comfy and join me on the mat. Okay, so come to the center of your mat and just take some time to get yourself grounded. If you would like, you can go ahead and roll your shoulders up to your ears and back down. And do this at your own pace with the natural rhythm of your breath. Shake it out if you need to. Shake your arms, hands. And we're going to start this tapping. And so you're just going to ball your hands into a fist and just gently tap on your body. And this is just waking up your body and allowing the energy to move, because we're going to be releasing our energy and releasing that stagnant energy that no longer serves us. So just go ahead and gently tap, 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 tap in. But anyway, tap on your body. Just go down your legs, the back of your legs, your thighs, your shins, your arms, wherever you can reach. Just take a moment to just go ahead and tap that energy out. And this practice is about nurturing your soul, and it's based around the full moon in Cancer. And we're ending the year off with a full moon in Cancer, and it's actually not an eclipse. So this is just some really good energy to just finish the year off, soft, nurturing energy. So that's what we're going to do here, is just nurture our souls so that we can release everything that no longer serves us and move us to a greater place of peace in the new year. So continue just shaking it out. Shake your hands, your legs, whatever you need to, just to kind of release that energy and get that energy flowing in your body. So as I stated in the beginning, if you have any crystals, now would be the time to grab it. I have here my selenite wand, and I'm just placing the selenite wand on my heart chakra to just connect to it. And what we're going to do with the crystal, you can go ahead and place it on your heart chakra, but we're going to use the crystal to basically remove the unwanted and negative energy so that we can move through our practice and nurture our souls. So you're going to start with, just taking a few deep cleansing breaths here with the crystal of your choice. And whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and place the crystal on your third eye. And you're just going to basically move the crystal starting from your third eye and then go all the way back around your head and down your neck to just move that energy there. And that's what you're going to do here. So you're going to start at the crown of your head or your third eye and just move the crystal or wand down your head, down your shoulders, down your arms. And just like you're kind of like taking something and just wiping that energy away, wiping those negative thoughts, those negative feelings, wiping them away and removing them from your aura. And this is definitely needed. The year 2020 has definitely pulled at our emotions. We were definitely in the midst, and we still are in the midst of a spiritual warfare where emphasis is placed on fear and it's targeting our health and mental state of mind. So let's just take a moment to just clear that out, remove that, so that we can nurture our body, minds, and souls. Weaving in our first affirmation here, I let go of what no longer serves me. Again, I let go of what no longer serves me. And you can go ahead and place your crystal to the side and return back to center as we begin our practice. And taking a moment to ground yourself, you can come up on your heels and toes to really ground yourself in the center as we get ready to prepare ourselves for movement. You're going to inhale, your arms up over your head, palms meet, and come back down to meet at heart center. Exhale, release. Inhale, send them back up to center. And then we're going to lean over to the right to get a deep stretch in the left side body here. Remember to continue breathing at your own pace. And before you move into the next pose, remember to breathe first before you move. On your next inhale, we're going to move back to center, and then exhale, send it over to the left side. Yes, getting a stretch in the right side body here. Inhaling your arms back up to center. Exhale them down as you widen your stance. As we come into 5-pointed star, you're going to inhale your arms up to a T position. So arms are out wide. And just connect to your breath here and breathe deeply. And bringing in our second affirmation. I open my heart and allow wonderful things to flow into my life. I open my heart and allow wonderful things to flow into my life. Inhale, bend your arms, and exhale, lower your knees, coming into goddess pose here, using the strength of your core to kind of keep you up and steady. Next, inhale, go ahead and straighten your legs and straighten out your arms and pivot on your left foot as we come back into our 5-pointed star and move into warrior 2. So the front, your right knee is going to be faced towards the front of the mat, and your left foot is going to be parallel towards the back. As you inhale, you're going to send your right arm up towards the ceiling and slightly bend back for Exalted Warrior as your left hand slides down the back of your thigh and rests gently on your calf for another heart opener here. Inhale yourself into this cartwheel motion. Your right arm is going to come to the mat as your left arm extends and fingertips are pointed towards the ceiling. If you have a block, I invite you to grab your block and you can let your right hand rest gently on the block as you extend your left arm up and drawing your shoulder away from your ear. Your head is a natural extension of the spine, so you can either gaze down or gaze up at your left hand. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your left arm to meet your right hand and framing the right foot as you pivot on the back toes so that they're both facing towards the front of the mat. we're going to move into an internal twist. So you're going to need a strong core here to lift your your left hand up towards the ceiling. And if you find yourself struggling or weebly wobbly like I'm doing here, you just really need to engage your core, or you can lower the left knee to bring that onto the mat so that you're more stable in this pose here. Yes, you got it. And on your next exhale, you can go ahead and return the left hand back to the mat. And we're going to switch sides here for an external twist, twisting towards the right side now. So your left hand is down and your right hand is going to be raised, and fingertips are going to be pointed towards the ceiling. Remember, strong core here to keep yourself stabilized. On your next inhale, go ahead and lower the right hand back to meet the left and frame the foot. Coming back into our runner's lunge, we're going to use the strength of our core to lift ourselves and come up. Both arms are going to point towards the ceiling. Coming into a heart opener here. You can go ahead and lower your left knee to the mat and bend your elbows to come into a slight back bend as we repeat our affirmation. I open my heart and allow wonderful things to flow into my life. On your next inhale, go ahead and return your hands to frame your foot and send your hips to touch the back of your heel. Your right leg is still going to be extended. Flex your foot to stretch it out a little. And then you're going to bend that right leg so that your right foot is planted firmly on the mat, bending your arms to twist towards the front. And then twisting towards the back and switching the arms. So right now your right arm is on your right knee. Then you're going to twist so that your left elbow is on your right knee. Returning both hands back to the mat. We're going to return ourselves back into our runner's lunge position as we move into balancing half moon. If you have a block handy, I would invite you to grab your block because you're going to use the strength of your core to extend the right leg. And your left leg is going to be pointed out towards the back of the mat. Returning the left foot towards the mat, remove the block, and pivot towards the front of the room, coming into wide-legged forward fold. Breathe deeply here, connecting to your breath. Let your head hang loosely so that your crown is pointed towards the earth. If you like, you can go ahead and clasp your hands and swing them back and forth, left to right, whichever feels natural for you. And when you're ready, gently and mindfully lift up and coming back into our center position. Inhale, the arms back to our 5-pointed star, out wide. And we're just going to take this now to the opposite side. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and bring it into goddess, bending the elbows and bending the knees. Breathing deeply here. On your next inhale, go ahead and straighten your legs and arms, returning back to our 5-pointed star. Now we're going to move into our warrior 2 position. This time we're going to be facing towards the left side. So you're going to bend the left knee and gaze is going to be towards the left side of the room. So same direction that your left toes are pointed. Your right palm can be face down and your left palm can be face up to receive as you prepare for Exalted Warrior, extending the left hand up and back for a slight back bend. Right hand slides back down to the back of your back of your calf, sorry. On your next inhale, go ahead and cartwheel the left arm to meet the mat or block as you extend the right arm up towards the ceiling, fingertips pointed towards the ceiling. Weaving in our next affirmation, I give generously and receive graciously. I give generously and receive graciously. On your next inhale, go ahead and return the right arm to meet the left hand and framing the left foot. In our runner's lunge, we're going to do the external and internal twist here. So we're going to twist first so that our right hand comes up. Fingertips are pointed towards the ceiling. And remember to use the strength of your core. If you find that you're kind of tilting or feel like you're unsteady, you can always use the strength of your knee and just return your knee to the mat. Then we're going to switch sides, placing your right hand onto the block, extending your left hand up, fingertips pointed towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, go ahead and return the left hand to frame the left foot with the right hand as you use the strength of your core to lift yourself up and rise, coming into the heart opener. Again, lower your knee if you need to, and just slightly bend back here as you repeat this affirmation. I give generously and receive graciously. I give generously and receive graciously. On your next exhale, you can go ahead and lower your chest, framing your foot. As you prepare yourself for balance and half moon, you're going to use the strength of your core to stand up and extend your left leg and extend your right leg out towards the back of the mat, which would actually be the front, but it's the back now. If you're feeling challenged, you can bring your hands to your hips or extend your right hand up towards the ceiling. Returning your right foot to the mat, coming back into our runner's lunge. You can lower the right knee to the mat and send your hip to meet the top of the heel or the back of your heel, and flex your left toes, and then bend your left knee so that your left foot is planted flat onto the mat. Bending the arm so that your left elbow is touching your knee. Twist to the front. Breathe gently. And then you're going to twist towards the back. And your right elbow is going to come to your left knee. Returning back to center, using your hands to frame your left foot. Come back into our runner's lunge. And then you're going to walk your hands towards the front of the room, back to center, coming back into our wide-legged forward fold. Again, let your arms and head hang loosely. The crown of your head is pointing towards the earth. You can grasp the elbows and move yourself back, left to right, whichever feels natural. Then go ahead and place your hands firmly onto the mat and slowly walk your hands up your legs, extending the spine vertebrae by vertebrae, coming back into our five-pointed star. On your next inhale, go ahead and bend at the knees and your elbows, returning into our goddess pose and taking a few deep inhales and exhales here. On your next inhale, go ahead and extend your legs and arms. Bring your hands to meet at heart center, moving into Malasana or yogi squat. You're going to bend your knees and come all the way down to this squatting position here. If you need to come up on your toes or widen your stance, you can. Just connect to your breath here as we use this pose to transition into our seated poses here. So come on down to your bottom, and then you're going to bring your feet to meet into butterfly pose. And we're just going to use this pose as a short transition into our cool down. So just take this moment to do whatever feels natural to you. You can roll your shoulders, or if you like a challenge, you can kind of walk your hands forward until you can come all the way down into a forward fold and kind of see how far you can go here. And as you're doing whatever movement feels natural to you, whether that's shoulder rolls or massaging your feet or doing some ankle circles, really turn your attention and your awareness inward and think about how much you've grown this year. Think about all the good things that has happened. I know that this year has been so rough and tough on a lot of us, but if you are still here with air in your lungs, food to eat, a roof over your head, love in your heart, you're healthy, you're still bringing in some type of an income, you are definitely blessed. So take a moment to focus on that. You can gently swing your legs around so that they're behind you, and then gently come on back onto the tops of your heels, and you're going to send your knees a little bit wide, so about mat width apart, as you gently take your fingers and clasp them behind you. We're going to move into a heart opener here. So when you clasp your fingers behind you, you can let them kind of like rest on the back of your feet. As you slightly lean back and open your heart, your neck is going to rest in between your shoulders, tilting your tailbone so that you can return the top half of your body to the mat. Your third eye is going to rest gently on the mat. You can take your hands and send them straight up to the ceiling, or you can allow them to rest on the small of your back, or you can go ahead and release your clasp and just kind of let your elbows, your shoulders hang loosely. This pose here is just a moment to just surrender. Surrender to the practice and surrender to the universe. We're going to repeat the affirmations. You can repeat them silently or out loud, whatever you feel. Starting from the beginning, I let go of what no longer serves me. I open my heart and allow wonderful things to flow into my life. I give generously and receive graciously. Calmness surrounds me and energy fills me. I am proud of who I am. I make time to honor and nourish my well-being. On your next inhale, go ahead and extend your arms out long so that your fingertips are reaching towards the front of the mat. You can kind of lift your fingertips to get more of a stretch into the top of your back and your shoulders. You can send your hands over towards the left side of the room or towards your left side. And then gently move your hands back to center. And then move your hands towards the right side. Getting a stretch there on the left side of the body. Returning your hands back to center. You can gently walk your hands or your palms toward you as you gently rise and lift up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head is the last thing to extend. Moving into a tabletop position, you're going to frame your left knee with your hands. So you're going to slide your left knee in between your legs as your right leg extends out long, and your right foot the top of your right foot is placed on the mat. You're going to come down onto your forearm so that the top of your belly is resting gently on your thigh. And if you have a block or a blanket, you can use that to place up under your left hip bone to give yourself more of a balance. Coming on to your forearms, take a deep inhale, and then on your next exhale, try to lower yourself down so that your forehead is touching the top of the mat, massaging the third eye to the mat, really feeling that connection to the practice. On your next inhale, gently and mindfully lift yourself up to bring the top half of your torso up so that your crown is pointed towards the top of the ceiling, and you can bring your hands to meet at a prayer position. And then you can go ahead and remove the blanket as we transition to the other side. So gently use the strength of your arms to pull yourself out and come back into your tabletop position. And then you're just going to slide the left leg back and frame your right knee with your hands. And remember to place the block or blanket up under the right hip if you need to. Stabilize yourself, you can. If not, get in where you fit in. And once you feel stable here in this position, you can allow the top half of your body to rest gently on your thighs as you come down onto your forearms and place your third eye gently onto the mat. Using the strength of your arms to gently lift and raise your torso, you're going to inhale and bring your hands to meet at heart center. As you continue to breathe and continue to practice gratitude and surrendering to the practice. Returning both hands to the mat to frame your knee. You can move yourself out by returning back into a tabletop position, coming back onto your heels. If you need to stretch it out, you can. And gently swing your legs around so that you can come back and to lie flat on your back. Keeping your left knee bent, drawing your left knee into your chest, extending your right leg out long. Draw your knee into chest, then extend the knee out towards the left side, and then gently twist and move that knee over to the right side of the room as you send your gaze over to the left, getting a gentle spinal twist here. And remember to breathe deeply, connecting to your breath every time. Using your left hand to bring that knee back in towards your chest, then sending it out to the left again, extending the left leg and bending the right knee now. Draw the right knee into your chest, send it out to the right before you extend the knee over to the left side for a gentle spinal twist to the left. And remembering to breathe mindfully and gently here, you can begin to untwist yourself from the spinal twist, drawing that left knee in and out to the side, and then extending both. At this time, I invite you to grab whatever crystal you decided to bring. This will be a good time to grab that crystal and just place the crystal on your heart chakra with both hands. You can bring your feet to meet into Supine Badakhanasana. So that's just bringing your heels to meet, and so your knees are going to be extended out wide. And just take a moment here to connect to your crystal and really bring yourself back into the practice, remembering our intention to nurture our soul and to let go of what no longer serves us. Connecting to the energy of this full moon in Cancer. And if you know anything about the Cancer signs, their most valued attribute is their ability to nurture. They're the nurturing part of the zodiac. So the zodiac that allows us to connect to our emotions and to really feel those emotions. So just take a moment here to connect to your crystal. And if you need to, you can extend your feet out long. Just bring your feet a little bit hip width apart. And then you can continue to place the crystal on your heart chakra, but move your left hand to your belly. And just take a moment to breathe and really connect to yourself here as I bring in the heart chakra sound bowl for just a brief sound healing. Using the strength of your arms, bringing yourself back up and returning to a comfortable seated position as we begin to close out our practice. Take your time, and when you get there, bring your hands to your knees and remember our intention and our affirmations for this practice. I let go of what no longer serves me. I open my heart and allow wonderful things to flow into my life. I give generously and receive graciously. Calmness surrounds me. Energy fills me. I am proud of who I am. I make time to honor and nourish my well-being. Thank you all so much. Take this time and give yourself a big, big, big hug. Love yourself. Show yourself some love and compassion. I thank you all for practicing with me and watching this video. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your night. Many blessings, peace, and abundance to you. Namaste.